Okay. See,
Yeah,
these
for
all are
okay.
the primitive data types, right?
Yeah.
Primitive data types. So,
Oh, yeah, like screen is not shared, sir.
so basically these are the primitive data types, right?
Yeah.
And under the data types, we have two types. One is primitive data type and another one is non-primitive data types. So
Okay.
far we have gone through all the primitive data types, right? So what is the purpose, like when we have a primitive data types and why we will go for the non-primitive data types? Because we have a non-primitive data types, right?
Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. 1 minute, sir.
Yeah, sure.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, yes, Bindu.
Yeah, sir. I can hear you.
Okay. See, my question is, we have a primitive data type because
Yeah.
Java is considered as a purely object-oriented programming, right?
Yeah.
Based on the OOPS concept, object-oriented programming, right? So
Yes, sir.
now tell me, when you have a primitive data types, do you think that it is a purely object-oriented programming? Because what is the purpose of primitive data types?
To store values
Yeah,
and
that
use
is
it like
fine.
for your,
Okay, it
yeah.
store values only, right?
Mm.
Even non-primitive also it stores the values only, right?
Maybe it's not very like for complex designs and all, these primitive data types are not sufficient.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. See, the main reason here is when we go with the primitive data type, here it stores a single value only.
Yeah,
Yeah.
single value.
Single value. But
Yeah, okay.
how are we going to store if you go with multiple values? Say, for example, when we go with Amazon.com, right, in a website,
Yeah,
we have a fashion design or fashion clothes are there, right? Amazon.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So in this Amazon web services, say for example, if I will go with one place or anything, okay, or if you go with the fashion design, we
Okay.
have a different names, right? Fashion or any clothes, right? It's the tapes we are getting.
Yeah,
No, this. Okay, say for example, here you will see clothes. Say if I go with these cloths, right? So when you are storing these values, we have a different names here, right? You have the
yeah.
name, brand name and size. This is the rating you
Brand,
have
yeah.
and price you have and
Ratings.
select size. So when you are going with select size, right? Here we have only one size, but when you have the multiple sizes, you may have the multiple
Yeah,
data here. So Amazon only it will give you the pure cloths. Mm, okay, otherwise even here also we can see if we can go with this mobile, right, product. So here also if you can see
yeah.
this
Based
is the
on GB,
product
the
name. Yeah, this is the price, and when you go with GB configuration right here, you have a 8 GB RAM and 128 GB RAM,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And
Six,
storage is
yeah,
16.
yeah, right.
Yes. So this is the multiple values, right? And when it comes to the color also, it will give you the multiple values. So basically, when you go with this kind of multiple set of values, so primitive data types are not sufficient, right? Correct?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Because normally, even when you are going with dress, right, you will get the more clarity there. They will give all the sizes, correct?
Yeah,
So
yes,
because when you go with L, large, XL, those all are the sizes, right? See, if we can go with here,
yeah,
you will come to know here sizes, right? So you will see the different sizes are available, right? So if you want to store these,
yes, yes.
we can go with single primitive data types won't be useful, right? You can't
Yeah.
store
So
each
for
and
one, under one variable, we can't store
correct,
multiple
correct. Because
values.
you need to use the multiple variables, right? But that is not good
Yeah, yeah,
practice, right? If you want to go with multiple values, that is
yeah,
not good, right? So you need to for 100 variables,
yeah,
you need to use
yeah.
100 sizes. Assume that you have 10 sizes. For 10 sizes, you need to use the 10 variables. Okay, but
Okay,
that is not recommended,
okay.
or no one will go with that kind of approach, right? So that makes more complicated
Yeah,
when we are
tedious.
correct. So when you are calling the
Yeah,
program or any time, it would be more hectic. That so that's the reason why
yeah.
in that cases we will go with the non-primitive data types. Okay. And
Okay, okay.
here also color also we have different sizes are there, right? Colors, different colors
Different
are
colors
there.
are there.
So this is also
Yeah,
in terms of array only, right? So we can't store in a variables and different variables for different colors. Say
yes,
you have blue, black, red is there. For these
yeah,
colors, if you want to define, you can't go with each and every color as defined with one variable, right?
yes,
So that makes more complicated. So that was not going to help out. So in such cases, what we are going to do, we will go with the array concept, right?
yes,
So what is the purpose of array? So it is we can store the multiple values. Array is a one kind of non-primitive data type, right? Which all are
yes,
the
sir.
non-primitive data types? Array,
Okay, array.
object.
Okay,
We have right array, object, and collections.
okay,
Okay. What is meant by
okay.
array? Like it's a kind of sequence of characters. String. We have a string, right? What is string? String we are going to represent it. Here we have character, right? When you are
Yeah,
defining a string, what does it mean? It's nothing but a sequence of characters, right?
yeah,
Sequence of characters. Okay. So, but here, if you want to go with primitive data types, you have to say, for example, if you want to int a is equal to 32, right?
okay.
Then
Yes,
again int b is equal to 34, right?
yeah,
So int
yeah,
c is equal to 36. So these all are the different sizes, right? So you need to mention, but sometimes you can use here, this is a size, right?
yes,
Int size A, size B, size C, like that. So if
yeah,
you go
okay,
with string characters, say for example, size, you can use the string, right? String size x is equal to L, right? Because L is a
yeah,
character, right? So
yeah,
that's why we are going to use the string here, right?
okay,
Then you can use the string size y is equal to XL or double XL. So these all are the characters, right? Size is equal to
Yes. Yes.
double XL like this. So whenever we are going to represent a multiple values, then we will go with the non-primitive data types, right?
Data type. Yes.
So in what is meant by array? So now we know when we are going to use the array, right?
Yeah.
So this is nothing but a fixed. Say when we will go for the array, when you know the fixed number of sizes, fixed number.
Okay.
Say for example, how are we going to treat? Say if I have one, this is there. Under this, I have multiple values. Okay. So
Okay.
like
Okay.
this. So I'm going to store it as multiple again within this. So these all are the index. So
Okay.
basically array starts with a 0th index.
Okay.
Okay, so here this is nothing but a 0 index. So always
Okay.
it should starts with 0 index.
Okay.
Then it will start the exact 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. So
Okay.
this is 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. So whenever we
Okay.
are going to create an object or array, this is going to be treated as a 0 first.
O- Okay.
Then it will print, then first, then it will second, right? So like this, so on, whatever we are having the last value, 10 like this. So that means that you have 11 values are there. When it goes to the end, it would be 10
Okay.
because it starts with 0, right?
0. Yeah.
Yeah, so that is nothing but a array. So always it should starts with a index with 0,
0.
and this is a fixed because you will know the fixed value, because if you know the index of size, how many size is there? Suppose if we have index of 6 or 7, then it would be go with this concept. Because
Okay.
if you don't know what is the size of your array, then it is very difficult to create an object. Okay. So what is
Okay.
going to happen here? Once if it will fix the array, you can't change that. But tomorrow, if someone is going to add one more size, say now up to 30 to 40 we have the sizes, right?
Yes.
30 to 40 we have sizes, but
Okay.
tomorrow or down the line they are going to add like 42 and 46, right?
Yeah.
So
Mm,
if this is the situation, then what is going to happen on the existing array?
I think we'll have to create a new array in that
Correct.
case.
So in that case we will go with the new array. That means that
Yeah.
they are going to deactivate this.
Okay.
So it is going to be deactivate this,
Deactivated.
and it will create a new memory. Okay.
Okay.
So it will going to create a new array again
Memory. Okay.
with the help
Okay.
of that adding two values, right?
Yes.
So what is the disadvantage of this? If this is the case, your memory is going to last, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The stored values will be
Correct.
lost.
Because of the two addition of values, you are creating the entire array again, and that memory
Yes.
occupies more space, right?
Yes, sir.
So that should not happen. So in order to avoid that, what we are going to do, we will go with the collections concept.
Okay.
Basically, that
Okay.
it should not happen, right? So,
Yeah.
but when you have a fixed homogeneous, this is a nothing but a homogeneous data. That means single kind of data only. If we have a int, then entire thing is going to be integer, and if we have a string, then the entire value should be stored in a string only. You
Okay.
got it right?
Yeah.
That
Got
means
it, sir.
fixed homogeneous data. Say
Yeah.
here, if I have, how are we going to declare array? Say for example, int we have the like this, right? Size. If
Yeah.
I have size is equal to, we can make it a here. We are going to
32.
declare
No,
that size.
36. Oh,
Yes,
okay.
size 3 or this is what we are going to, because this size is equal to 3. We are declaring the size, right?
Okay. Okay.
So now here we can able to add size.
Has three values.
Yes.
Size.
So here size 0 is equal to 32.
Okay.
Then size, this is 0th index, right? And this is a first.
First index. Yeah.
Yeah, so here you can use 34 like this. So now
Okay.
you can use the size 2 is equal to
36.
36 like this, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. So here we are going to use the, but here how many variables you used?
Sorry, one variable. Yeah,
Yeah,
only one variable.
one variable. Because here we have given the size as 3, right?
Yeah.
That means this starts with the 0 index. So here, so int size is equal to 3. That means that, so this is the first index, 0th index.
Okay. Okay.
This is 0th index. This is first, this is second. So how it is going to place here? You have one rectangle and this one is, okay. So here this 32 size placed under this place and 34, 36, right? So now if I
Yes.
call this with 0th index, it is going to print. This is first, this is second, right?
Yes. Yes, sir.
So when you call beyond this, system will get the index array out of index bound error you will get.
Okay.
Because,
Okay.
because here you have mentioned the size as 3
Three
only.
only.
So it will print the arrays. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the main concept, because once you fixed the array, then you can't able to either decrease or increase the values here. This size is means,
Okay.
that means this is fixed, right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is one limitation. Similarly, suppose if I want to go with any employee name or something, if I want to mention some multiple names, then how we are going to mention here? Here, string,
String
we are going to declare,
bracket.
this is a representation of array, right?
Yes, sir.
So emp name
Bracket.
or emp underscore name is equal to, we can directly mention here, right?
Yeah.
So here we can use we have mentioned the string, right? We can use
Yeah.
Ravi and then double quotes. Then we need, this is also we can store it in a double quotes, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so either we can use like this. So we can use this as a string. So this is nothing but a array when we are going to declare. So here 0th index, first index and second index. We have three values, right?
Yes,
Sim
sir.
okay. So this is nothing but the implementation, like we are creation, initial.
So this is going to since we have all, yeah. So this is going to take like only three values
Correct. Now we have,
and we can't extend it.
yes, because whenever we require, this is suppose here you are fixing these values, right? Size. So that's why
Yeah.
you can't able to
Okay.
make any either increase or decrease the sizes.
Alteration. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So this is nothing but the array initialization, right?
Yeah.
For example, if I use only int size, okay. So if this is the
Okay.
meaning is, we are just declaring, right?
Okay.
We are
Yeah.
declaring the
Declaring.
array.
But we are not mentioning the size.
Correct,
I
correct.
mean, like the
Here,
number of values.
correct. We are just declaring. Okay, array
Yeah,
declare and initialization, right? So we are here we initialized the values, right?
yeah,
So this is nothing but arrays. Like when we have the fixed homogeneous, then this would be a good approach. But when you don't know the fixed values, then it won't like a preferable manner. So in that case, we are going with a collections concept. So what
okay,
is collection? So here we have these sizes, right?
yeah,
So let us see now. So what is meant by collection? Collection is nothing but a group of objects, right? A group of objects,
yeah,
we can call it as a single entity. That means that
okay,
suppose whenever you are creating an object, right? So we have one
yeah,
object, right? So under
yeah,
that object, you may have like students,
okay,
then you have the customers, right?
yeah,
So here each and every entity we can call it as a one object, right? So here you may have the multiple things, a group of objects. That means, say for
okay,
example, assume that you have a library, okay, and you
okay,
have a books, right?
yeah,
So
okay,
books in the sense you may have in a different format books, right? Different books like history, geography,
yeah,
like any another type of books, story books, right?
yeah,
Novels. So these all are the different kinds of books, right?
yes, sir.
We are collecting in the form of books, right?
Okay,
So
yeah,
similarly, whenever you are collecting a group of objects or group of things, say, similarly, if you'll go with any audio files or anything collections, normally, if when you are the childhood or sometimes back, they will collect some kind of stamp papers or stamps,
yeah, currencies.
currencies, right? So these all are we
Yeah,
are collecting the group of objects, right? So that is
yes,
going
sir.
to be consider it as a one single entity. Okay.
Yeah,
So a
okay,
group of objects that means that we are collecting in a single entity. That is nothing but a
okay,
collection concept. So
okay, okay,
these books we are going to collect it in a single entity, all the related books, and similarly DVD and
okay,
MP4 file formats,
yeah,
right? Audio,
okay,
those all are in
okay,
one collection. So like that individual objects we can creating a single entity, right? So that is what we are going to single unit.
and
A group of objects form as a single unit. Okay. So that means that so these all are the books, and in this we have different types of books, right? You can collect all those things as well.
yeah,
Similarly,
okay,
when you go with the students, right? Students having the different properties, right? Like ID, name, color, and height,
yeah,
weight. So these all are the properties, right? So
yeah,
when you are collecting those information, that is nothing but one S1, right? Student
yes, yes,
S1. And similarly, you may have the S2 object and S3. So these all are nothing but the objects only, right?
yeah,
S1 object, S2 object, S3
so,
object. When you are, if you create any constructor, then directly you will get. But if you don't have the constructor and if you go with the normal method, then you can call each and every method, right? S1 dot student. All the student S1 is equal to,
yeah, like maybe a class, like we can take a class and
yes, that is what I am
we
saying.
can
So
have, yeah,
yes,
okay,
all the properties
okay,
in here, like you can use the instance variables and you can call the names like different properties, right? So this S1 is one object, S2 is one object, and
One object.
S3 is
Yes.
another
Yeah.
object. So when you are
Yeah.
clubbing all these three,
It
so
becomes a collection.
yeah, when you are collecting all these three, right, different objects and related to the similarly, if we have a customer list is there, then we have the customer list also here, C1, C2, like this C3, right? So these all are the
Yeah.
customers, right? So this is a one
Yeah.
group of objects. So similarly, this is nothing but one type group of objects. These all are, so when you're collecting all this, so this is customers, this is students, a group of a single entity. So we can now we are going to collect all these in a single entity. That is nothing but a collection, right?
Yeah.
So these all are the different objects. So these all are different objects only. Okay. And this
Okay.
one is different object. This is a different object.
Okay.
Finally, it forms a single unit. Okay.
Okay.
So that is like a theoretical like collection. It's a kind of group of objects. Consider it as a single unit. Okay. But
Okay.
here in the collections, uh, there is no fixed, whereas in the array we have a fixed data, right? Fixed homogeneous. In the collection array concept, right? Array, we declare that we have to, if we fix the array size, then that is the final number, right? If you fix 4,
Okay.
then which is the final number, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas in the object creation, it's not like that.
Yeah. We can
You can create n
create
number of
multiple
objects
words.
also. There is no restriction on
Okay.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Whereas in array, you can't go beyond your specified size, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So in this collection, we have different concepts are there. So collection is nothing but an interface, right?
Yeah.
What is interface contains?
It contains
Collection is nothing but
okay.
interface, right?
Interface. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is interface contains?
In interface can object what like multiple classes like that.
Yeah,
Methods.
classes and methods, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Default by default methods and classes, right?
Plus. Yeah.
So here also in collection interface, we have child interfaces. That is nothing but we have list interface, list. Okay.
Okay.
Then we have set interface.
Okay.
Okay. And we have another collection is there, that is map interface, that we will discuss it in separately. Right now we will see the
Okay.
list and set. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So this is also a list interface and
Okay.
collection is also a interface. So that means
Okay.
that this is also interface. These are the child
Okay.
interface under the collection interface. Okay.
Okay.
So again, under this interface, we have called as implementation classes. Okay,
Yeah.
as we discussed, right? Interface
Yeah.
contains classes and methods, right?
Methods. Yeah.
So under this list concept, we have array list.
Okay.
Okay, and we have linked list.
Okay.
Okay, and so these two are the main important. Okay, hierarchy we will see. So now
Okay.
we will discuss about this array list and linked list. Okay, and
Okay.
when it
Yeah.
comes to the set interface,
Okay.
we have a called as a hash set. Okay,
Okay.
and then linked hash set.
Okay.
So these all are the implementation classes. Now we are
Okay.
discussed about in abstraction, right? Interfaces. The child classes are the responsible to implement the methods, right?
Yeah.
So
Correct. Yeah.
that's why. So here array list is a child class, right? Array list is a class, right? And list is a
Okay.
interface. Array list is nothing but the implementation of classes. That means that
Okay.
which all are the methods present under this collection interface or list interface. This can able
Okay.
to access, right?
Okay. These both can implement it.
Correct.
Array list and list.
Linked
Okay.
list and set.
Okay.
When it comes to the set, we have a hash set and linked hash set. So what is the
Okay.
main purpose of list and set? List, we can able to add duplicate values. Say for example, I have 10 comma 20 comma 10 comma 30. Okay.
Okay.
I can add multiple times also same value. It won't have any restriction. It will allow the duplicates. Okay. Duplicates are allowed here.
Okay. Okay.
Whereas in the set, duplicates are not allowed. That means should be unique values. Only 10 comma
Unique.
20
Okay.
comma 30. That's it. Even though if you create duplicate values, that won't be printing in the console output. Okay. So it will print only the
Okay.
unique values. And in this list,
Okay.
right, it should be a order is preserved. Order is preserved. Preserved is nothing but
Okay.
the values, right? What the order how you we have given, it should be printing in the
The same order is
sequence.
followed.
Yeah, same order you will follow. Whereas in the set,
Okay.
we don't have
It's a
any such kind
random.
of order preserved. Okay, it will
Okay.
print
Okay.
any randomly. Okay, it will print
Okay. Okay.
random
Okay.
thing. It will print. Okay.
Order. Okay.
Orders are going to print in a random manner. There is no
Yeah.
any kind of preserved. Order is
Yeah.
not preserved. That's why here order is not preserved.
Okay.
Okay. And we'll see methods and all are, which all are the methods are there and how to
Okay.
implement those things and all are. So
Okay.
we'll see in a few minutes now. So I
Okay.
will just open. So constructor you have practiced yesterday.
No, practice I didn't do, but I yeah, understood I
Okay,
remember the
okay.
concepts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, fine. Yeah, that's fine.
This can you send me this recording, sir,
Yes, yes,
to
I will
today's
share
class?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, because once we go in hands-on, now you will be more clarity.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, sir. I did the all the questions that you have given me
Mm-hmm.
like day before yesterday. Yeah, that those I completed.
Okay, okay. Okay, that's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I'm just going to create one project.
Okay.
Under this, I'm going to create one class or one package.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, under this, we are going to create a one class, right?
Okay.
And we can use the list interface, right?
Okay.
Okay, so now we are going
Okay.
to use this here. Normally, as we discussed, right, int. Okay, so this is nothing but a array, right? What we have created here.
Yes, sir.
So now if I want to print 44 here, okay, then how I can able to make the
Size of 2
system dot out dot
dot
print
println.
system dot out dot println.
Size of 2. I
Yeah,
mean, size in brackets 2.
okay.
Okay.
So now it will print the value of
44.
44. Okay. See,
Okay.
because this is a second index, right? As we
Yeah.
discussed, this is a nothing but index, right? Array of index.
Yeah. 0 starts. Yeah.
So this is nothing but a first index. This is 0.